Hello, welcome back. RealCopStoriesVideos.com. If you want to contact me, ask me questions, more than happy to respond. Just go to rsbcopstories, at gmail.com. Sorry about the burp. This isn't MGM Studios. I'm just doing it here, okay? So, here's a unique thing. I went down to the south part of Los Angeles, and I ran a 10-man squad, actually about a 14-man squad, men and women. And we do search warrants every day. And most of the search we do are in government housing projects. Very dangerous. People love us there, but the criminals obviously don't. So every time we do a search warrant, there's usually 12 or 14 of us. We have to have a guard in the back of the building, the projects. We call them the projects, but the housing. And we have to have a guard in front, make sure nobody comes in the door, or two guys in front, because you always draw a crowd. And they're not bad people. Most of the people in those places are 95% good people. They're just living there, unfortunately, under criminals. So we draw a crowd, and you get some people that are, making statements and yelling out stuff, and I don't care. We don't care about that. So we're doing our search warrants. Well, we always do 25 search warrants a month. A lot of search warrants. So, up there about 3 months now, 90 search warrants, 75, 80 search warrants. And one of my guys brings out his camera, big regular camera, LSR camera, and he starts to take pictures of the bystanders. And I go, what are you doing? He goes, there's no film in the camera. I said, okay. Well, as soon as he brings the camera up, people start running. They're splitting. And I go, hey, I like that. He goes, yeah, I thought I'd see what the reaction was. Oh, no. Do me a favor, what? I said, he's one of my guys who used to handle equipment for me. I said, see if you can find an old, big VHS video camera that's not working. Just see if you can find one somewhere. Oh, I can find one. My neighbor's got one. Okay, fine. Next day he shows up with this huge, NBC studio camera. The old school VHS cameras. And so I said, give me that. This is going to be our prop from now on. Okay, so we go out to the next warrant, right? Again, in the housing projects. And a lot of people. Look, there's 30 over there. There's 20 over there. They're just watching us. And I go, and I'm watching them. My people are searching. I got two supervisors inside supervising my people. I don't need to be there. I'm just kind of walking around, make sure everybody's okay. So I look at the guy that brought it. I go, watch this. Get the camera out, I look like I had the door open, I slap in there's nothing in there. You don't see that. I slap the door shut like there's a cassette in there, and I bring it up. It looked like somebody said, free booze 2 blocks over, okay? People were just scattering, okay? They're just running. I'm going, oh, this is pretty neat. It was like playing a video game, they're just like, and the next thing I know, there was probably 30 or 40 people out there. Now there isn't a soul, except a couple of kids playing on the grass. I told the guy, me, this is excellent. Okay, so for the next, I lost track. At least 15 or 20 warrants, that camera was by my side. It eliminated the crowd because people don't want to be videotaped because they think they're going to be identified on cops. I had no idea why they ran. Pretty funny. Okay, now, one of the times, we had officers standing off far to make sure nobody shot at us. And this sounds the way it goes. That's the way it is. So there's like 6 uniforms spread out while we're doing the warrant where I'm sitting and they're out there, watching. Okay. So we had a righteous camera that I used to use to take pictures of the interior to make sure that they would, if they wanted to sue us, they could say we broke their TV set, we dumped their furniture. No. As soon as we do the warrant, I walk in there, I take a bunch of pictures, and then when we're done with the search, I take the same pictures and we put them together as a package, and then when it goes to court, or if they want to sue us, we say, here's the before pictures, here's the after, and they're lying to you, and give it to the city attorney, and the case is thrown out. Okay, we do that's policy. Well, this time I'm sitting there with this camera, I'm getting ready to go in for the finished pictures, and there's a bunch of kids playing, and this guy walks out in the field, he's probably 30 feet from me, 40 feet, and he's yelling, MF and us, whatever, I don't care. And so I got my camera out, I figured if I put my camera up, this is a real camera with a zoom lens, that he'll leave. Put the camera up and he goes, oh yeah, I have to. So what does he do? He turns over and he moons me, okay? So what I do, I went, chiki, 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 chiki. It was like a photo shoot, man. I'm going, I hold that trigger down, man, I'm getting shots of him, okay? So he's laughing, he pulls his pants up and there's 2 uniforms, I go, get him, okay? So then he starts running, he's a big fat slob. He's got no belt, you know what's coming, right? He takes about 8 steps and he just falls flat on his face. And of course they're on him, they cuff him up, okay? So we take him, I just take him to the station, okay, go to the station. So everybody's laughing, even the kids are laughing out there. They thought it was hilarious. A, that he mooned everybody, us, and then everybody there. And then B, he tried to run from the police and he's fat and he didn't make it very far because he didn't have a belt on. And I remember walking up to him and going, oh, by the way, you're under arrest. And by the way, go buy yourself a belt. And everybody's laughing and stuff. So we put him, anyway, so we book him for lewd conduct, okay? we have a detective that handles nothing but filings for crime. So I wrote the report, made a copy, submitted it to him with a roll of film, and said, "This is for you to take to the district attorney's office, okay? City attorney's office, okay, fine." So he told me, I knew this guy. He wasn't in our unit. He was a separate administrative guy that does all kinds of filings for the district attorney and file cases. About 4 or 5 days went by, and he comes to me and he goes, "Well, I got your file," and the file was kind of fat at the bottom. And I go, "What's that?" "Oh, the pictures. I had the pictures developed." "Oh, cool." So I get the pictures out, and it's the pictures of the furniture, and then through there I get his photos, 3 or 4, and big ones, like this size, And here he is in his glory. Okay, can't see anything except his butt, okay, naked butt. "Oh, excellent." Okay, so he goes, "No, it's not excellent." "What's the matter?" I went to the city attorney's office, and he said that officers can't arrest for a lewd act in their presence unless there's victims around. I said, "Really? Did he look at the picture? There's 2 kids standing to the right of him in the back looking at him. One of them's even pointing at him. Did the city attorney happen to pick up on that?" "No," I told him the same thing. "Okay, give me his name." "Okay, fine." So I called him, and in one of my other stories, called city attorney. They're so busy trying to get people out of prosecution than trying to get them prosecuted. Explain what I got. I got the right person. Yes, I saw the pictures. Did you notice those kids in the pictures? Yes. So you just nullified your argument, counselor. You said there's got to be victims. Well, you have to get their name and address. He did a lewd act in public, and you got a picture of it. And you want me to go chasing these little 9-year-olds to get their names so they can go to court and this guy go beat them up the next day after they go to court? Oh, that's the way it is. No, it's what it is, counselor, is you don't want to prosecute. That's what it is. How dare you tell me that? No, I'm telling you, you don't want to prosecute. So just say what it is. You don't want to do it. What's your name? What's your supervisor's name? I'll give you my supervisor's name. Here's his phone number. You go ahead and call him. Go and call him. Tell him how incompetent you are. How dare you tell me that? You should have heard this guy. It was hilarious. I got 30 years on. I'm not going to let this little punk city attorney's got 5 years in law school tell me what to do, okay? You know what you can kiss, what's on that picture, okay? Anyway, so he was all upset, and I was actually yelling at him because I thought this is injustice and said, okay, fine. So I hung up, and I told my assistant, he goes, "You're gonna get in trouble." "I'm not gonna get in trouble," okay? Well, I didn't get in trouble, but I got a call the next day from my commanding officer. I want to know what happened. I told him, and he goes, "Oh, you shouldn't get that involved." I said, you know what really upsets me though? I said, he got upset when I told him he didn't want to prosecute and he wasn't doing his job. That's what he got upset over. He didn't get upset over the fact that I'm upset because he didn't file a charge on someone who obviously did it in public, in a public projects with children standing there. He thought it was no big deal. He actually was laughing about it. That's what upset me. So then I can say, "Counselor, I should have told him so if I can I come to your neighborhood and when your kids are playing in their yard, moon them and then walk away and you don't want anything done with it?" I should have told him that, but then I said he was already upset anyway. He wanted my number and wanted to talk to her. So he goes, yeah, he was kind of excited too. I said, "Are you counseling me? Are you reprimanding me?" He goes, No, okay. So if you're not reprimanding me, then you say what I did was okay. That's how the system works. You either discipline me, tell me it's wrong, or you don't do anything, which basically means, and have to say it, that it was okay by him. Okay. And it was okay by him. He was a pretty good guy. He goes, "Yeah," he said, "you just might use a little more discretion." I said, "No, I know that." I said, "I got upset. I took it personal, never should have. But then again, Captain, I'm trying to help the community here. I don't want to sound corny, but that's our job, isn't it?" "Yes, it is." I said, he's okay. "Well, just be aware that somebody might be out there gunning for you." So a city attorney, some little punk out of law school that's got 2 years, the only job he could get is city attorney? He starts laughing. A guy that graduated 151st out of 152 people, I'm worried about him. How do I know that? Because working with city attorney's office is the bottom of the rung. You don't defend OJ right out of the law school, okay? So he goes, "Yeah, I know. We all know this. All of us been in courts for a long time. I had 35 years in court. I know how it works. I know where these guys come from. I know the public defenders are all young and excited and motivated. That's fine, but don't run on step on your tongue saying stupid things, okay? To experienced law enforcement. Now you can do it. They wouldn't let you do it now because everybody's afraid of themselves. But those days I didn't care, But that was pretty good though. So he didn't file charges. We got our warrant, but the camera thing was cool. Every time that camera came up, it was scatter time. I don't know if you've ever known this, but you're in the kitchen at night in the morning. You turn the light on, the cockroaches run, right? If you ever have cockroaches, I had a couple here and there. This is exactly what it was like. That camera came up, and all you saw was the back of people's feet and their elbows. They were just running. Okay, I don't know why, but it's a really neat phenomenon. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.